What is going on, members of the prestigious Da Bomb Squad? This is Don Da Bomb, back per usual for another deep, dark, mysterious, horrific action figure review. Man, we're living in dark times right now with inflation and all the craziness out there. But in AEW, they are also living in the darkness when it comes to AEW Jazwares. This is going to be the Unmatched collection, and it's, what is this? This is Series 8. I should have done my homework. Series 8. Should have wrote down on my notes. Series 8. So we have 4 very dark, devious, evil, if you will, action figures to get in here. So this is actually 4 out of the 5 figures for this series. The only one I did not get was the Luminaries CM Punk, which depicts him from his Ring of Honor days in the early mid 2000s. I actually, even if they had it, I probably wouldn't have gotten that one anyway. So, but I did get the 4 that I want. So the Target that's by my work, I go there every week. It's just nothing but heartbreak and disappointment. There's hardly ever anything there. It's like one of the worst Targets for action figures in Northeast Ohio that I've seen. There's probably worse, but the one that's by my work is just not good. So instead of going in the evening like I usually do after work, I went before work for a little Valentine's Day shopping. And lo and behold, sitting on the pegs were these 4 dark, evil wrestlers. So what we have here is Malakai Black in his all-black dress suit. I still have to get his previous one with his wrestling attire. I wasn't able to get that one or his Supreme. So hopefully I'll be able to get one to go with the rest of these, because you have to display them all together in their outfits. So to continue with the House of Black, we got probably the best one of the set, Brody King. We also have in the House of Black, Buddy Matthews, and one of my favorite wrestlers, Penta Oscuro, which gets him from his darker side that he embraced while his brother Ray Phoenix was injured. What was it, the end of 2022 or during 2022? Something like that. But he's back with his brother, but this is his more evil, darker side that he was in 2022. So, man, I was so happy to get these. You want to talk about a toyetic set? This is a very toyetic set. We have tattoos, we have cool attires with skeleton bones and just heads with antlers. Man, this is just checking every box for toyetic. If there ever was toyetic, this set brings that. So I'm here to unbox and review these bad boys. And I did, like I said, get them at my local Target. They were roughly, I think, $21 a piece. So, man, here they are. So let's do one at a time. Get right into it. Try to make this quick, because this is probably going to be a long video with 4 different ones. So first we'll start off with Penta Oscuro. Ciro Miro. And all that other stuff he says. But this is the phrase that pays. So Penta is no stranger to AEW Jazwares figures. I think this may be his 5th or 6th. Well, actually, let's look at the box. Have a nice picture of him, the window. He's standing there with the shovel. Side AEW picture. There's his number. There's the series. And there are the other 5 in this line. Now, one thing that's just disappointing is, number one, we had probably to wait about 1.5 years for these figures to come out from when they were originally introduced back in, like, geez, it seems like almost the end of 2022. And Abaddon, the Living Dead girl, was originally supposed to be in this series, so they haven't done any announcing. They had renders of her, drawings of her at the end of 2022. We haven't seen anything since then, heard anything since then. So I'm hoping they still make a figure of Abaddon. Maybe they'll put it on the Jazwares Vault site that's supposed to open up in March. I hope March, where the Ring of Honor figures, and hopefully the Bunny, who I was not able to get either, that they put a 1 out of 5,000 rare chase. which makes it even harder to get these. So hopefully Abaddon can still be made, because that's definitely someone that belongs in a set like this. Talk about toyetic and tattoos and makeup, face paint, whatever you want to call it. So, and then there we go on the back. And then, of course, the barcode, jibber jabber. All right, let's get right into this. I'm already 5 minutes in, and I haven't even opened anything yet. And I thought I was actually pre-cut all these things. So I'm not going to keep these boxes. They're going to be thrown away. I don't have room for all these boxes. I've been saving so many boxes lately that are, you know, like from Super 7 or whatnot, that are pretty cool and ringside exclusives. But we'll take that, put that down on the ground. Here he is in his, what they call the plastic prison. Let me get these other boxes kind of off to the side here. There's Penta, Oscuro in all his splendor. He's got a couple of his signature Cero Miro or whatever the hell he says hands. Definitely, they're cool to display with. He shoves them in his opponent's face like that. So, oh man, so you got the black with the silver on top, which looks really sweet. This is different than his other figures. That's why, you know, I have all his figures anyway, except for his Supreme, I believe, which I will get eventually. But I am a big Penta fan. I'm a person that tries to only get one figure per wrestler. But Penta's one of those guys where I just can't get just one. He's just so toyetic. He has everything. He's got the tattoos, he's got the face paint, and the wrestling mask. And the cool attire all in one. This guy is toyetic. He's probably the most toyetic wrestler there is in any company. And here is his shovel. Right here. You don't get a shovel very often as an accessory for an action figure, for a wrestling figure anyway. This is what he's going to use to bury his opponents after he takes care of them. So there we go. He's got his cool outfit on, and there he is with his facial expression, with the open mouth. You know, his mask is all black, going with that darker theme. He's got a couple of gripping hands. Okay, we have the pinned double jointed arms, and these are all kind of out of whack, so I got to kind of work with them, but I like the fact that Jazwares has been improving their elbow joints, because for a while, the elbow joints were just so weak. I just felt like, you know, if a kid was playing with them, or maybe me playing with them, I would have maybe broken the arms off at the elbows. So now his ab crunch is pretty good. It is a little on the loose side, though. As we know, Jazwares make their figures to where you can easily interchange heads, torsos, stuff like that. So yeah, it's cool. He's got his silver gauntlets here. God, this arm's all kind of, this left arm's a little jacked up. I think I have the one area out of whack where it's supposed, oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. So, you know, he's got decent range of motion. Double jointed pinned arms, as I said. Now his little bottom half of his coat here is a kind of, not really a soft rubber, but it's not a hard rubber either. And it's obviously going to keep his legs from doing any type of splits or anything like that. But you have the double jointed pinned knees. So he's definitely, this is definitely an all-timer of a line. Definitely checking a lot of boxes for me. Playing a lot of hits. Yeah, his left arm is, I got to get it all in whack. I just can't see where it's at, but yeah, I would have to give this Penta figure, man, I'd give this probably a 7 out of 10. I don't give it higher because, you know, the attire isn't as colorful, but he's all black and that's what he's going for. So, and then, you know, got his ankles are a little wonky. Some of these just gotta work out with some heat and just repetition of maneuvering the joints. So there's Penta. Next one, we're gonna get Malakai Black. Here he is in all of his splendor, once known as Aleister Black in WWE, married to Zelina Vega over there, for those that didn't know. Here is the number and the series. There's the cross sell with all the other guys that are in this line. Hopefully Abaddon will be coming soon. And then the picture on the back. And it always tells you, you know, at least supposedly, the date on here is when they wore that outfit or where they got the, you know, the art from, you know, and there's more jibber jabber. So, all right, Malakai Black wants to get out of this plastic prison. I'm going to try to help him out by doing so. First, we'll see his second head sculpt there. Looks like, I don't know if that's face paint or a bruised eye. It looks more like a bruised eye, but there he is there. Now, I like, you know, the Jazwares face scans, but I think with Jazwares, they're very hit or miss with their face scans. And I think if they had the face mapping technology that Mattel has, I think a lot of the face scans, especially with the women figures, would come out a lot better than they do. Because I think as nice as that looks in his face, I still don't think it looks like his as good as his Mattel offerings as far as the likeness, you know, because the face mapping that Mattel does. But here's his couple extra hands, which are both gripping hands, and it has his lovely tattoo work, as you can see. All right, we'll get rid of this plastic off over here. All right. Malakai Black, looking just like a Malakai Black should, with his all-black suit. He's got a little silver around his belt buckle there. I don't know if I'm going to go into articulation with every one of these guys. They're all pinned, double-jointed arms and double-jointed pinned legs, and they have the boot cut. They have the thigh cut. He's got a lot of mobility in this suit. And like I said, Jazwares, I like the fact that for customizers, you can easily interchange. You know, they're not falling off a lot. Some of them, I guess, I have seen fall apart right when you take them out of the package. But lately, you know, you can just, you know, work with it, pop it off, and just interchange things if you want to. So there he is. He looks like he's about to attack somebody. But this is a cool black suit. I mean, it's kind of, you know, a little plain Jane. But, you know, how many times, I mean, we see this guy in this outfit all the time when he's doing his backstage vignettes and promos, leading the House of Black. We're supposed to be getting Julia Hart, I think, in a couple series. So that means probably 2028, the way that, you know, Jazwares has been bringing out their figures. It seems like we get a set, like, instead of once every month or two, like they said back in 2021 or so, now it's like a different series comes out every 3 or 4 months. So I guess they're trying to regulate their sales because they went from being hard, super hard to get in the first couple series, and then after that they went all out, and then all these peg warmers clogged up all the pegs, and then all these ones that people wanted you couldn't find. And now, you know, they come out every 3 or 4 months and you barely see them at the stores, or that's how it's been with me anyway. So yeah, so you can see he's got the, you know, he's, you know, Malakai Black does that yoga, so he does the splits pretty good. And there's the back of his outfit there. He's got the, you know, the tattoo work on his neck and his hands. Very cool. So I will give Malakai Black, this particular figure, also a 7 out of 10. And it's more or less, you know, lack of color, but they're going for the all-black look. I understand that. But, you know, him and Penta have such cool tattoos and wear such interesting attire that, you know, these offerings are, you know, kind of lacking that, but they're still cool nonetheless. To get a 7 out of 10 is still pretty good. All right, let's go to our boy Buddy Matthews, who used to be called Buddy Murphy in WWE. He, I believe, is dating or is engaged to Rhea Ripley, the Raw Women's Champion over in WWE. I don't know. I believe they're still together. Oh, before I get taking him out of his plastic prison, here he is. Well, you can see the reflections of the phone and stuff too, which is quite irritating. But there he is, House of Black member. Doesn't have any tattoos like the other guys do, but he definitely has his fit in the House of Black. You know, and there he is with his number in the series. The date depicting that particular outfit, the cross-sell with all the other wrestlers, barcode jibber jabber, and there we go. Let's get him out. Yeah, these guys are definitely from day one going in my, right in the front row of my bookcase to be displayed. All right. Buddy Matthews has a couple of Fists of Fury, so if he wants to throw down. Oh, this one's not coming out so easily. There we go. Fists of Fury. Buddy Matthews. He's definitely very good in the ring. Probably isn't utilized. Well, House of Black sometimes isn't really utilized like they should be at all. This sweet-ass, cool second head, face sculpt, whatever you want to call it. Look at that. Got that mask with the antlers. I'm going to have to display it with that, even though you do like to have it with their faces too, but I don't know how you cannot display it with these. I mean, especially if you're wearing still having the coat on. So shows his hair back there. Yeah, that is definitely pretty cool. Yeah, so Buddy Matthews jumping out of the plastic prison. No prison can keep these guys down. They are breaking out of the prison. All right. Like I said, I don't want to go heavily into articulation. Plus, with the jacket on, you definitely aren't going to get much, well, I guess you could get some posability. But, man, this guy is cool. Look at this Buddy Matthews. I think I actually do like this better than the Mattel one that I have, which is cool in its own right. But I think I might actually prefer this face over the face that the WWE Mattel has. So, and if you look on the back of his jacket, coat, it has this back of the skeleton with the spine. The hood is covering up his head. You know, do I really want to take this off? Not particularly. But you get to see Buddy Matthews' hair. And there he is with the beard that he's known for. Love it. And he's a chiseled guy, so, you know, they captured his abs and they got his physique down pretty good. Kind of like with Malakai Black. He's a, you know, more of a slender guy. So, yeah, look at that. Yeah, the Buddy Matthew ripped up pants that he usually wears, or shorts, I should say. And then the artwork on the knee pads. And then the plain black boots. And, you know, it's kind of the same as the other guys. The boot cut, the thigh cut, double jointed pinned arms and legs. But, man, this is an awesome, awesome figure. This I will give an 8.5 out of 10. And he should be a little shorter than the rest of the guys, too, because I believe he's the shortest guy of the House of Black. Yeah, Malakai's a little taller. So, I should have brought in his Mattel. Forgot to do that for comparisons. I don't want to run away. I don't know how to edit these videos. I just know how to push, play, record, what have you. And then whatever happens, happens. If the review goes off the rails, so be it. I don't have the knowledge to edit videos. Maybe one day. I'm just, like I said, I'm just happy that I can push record and go with it. All right, last but certainly not least, we have Big Brody King. The big man, the muscle of the group. Probably the most heavily tattooed man in wrestling. So there he is in all his splendor. There's the side where it says is the number and the series. Here's a cross-out with all the guys. Him choking somebody out. The date of when that match happened. Barcode jibber jabber. All right. Just need to get Brody King out of here. He is waiting to get out of here. And if I'm not mistaken, too, Ringside Collectibles, where I shop a lot for my figures, is coming out with a bloody 2-pack with Brody King and Darby Allin to go with their Blood and Guts series. I'm not a Blood and Guts type of guy. Matter of fact, I think AEW overdoes it with blood. I mean, hell, every time Jon Moxley's in a match, even a promo, the guy's busted open. So, I don't know. I think Tony Khan just does a little too much blood, a little too many high spots, you know, trying to get the thrill from the crowd. I don't know. I just don't like all the blood. I think when you have blood in a match, it should be special. It should mean something. When you overdo the blood, it's not special anymore. It's just blood. Now, when you barely have blood, it really adds to the drama of the match. But if all your matches have blood, that takes away from the effect of the blood, I think. And, I mean, there's just absorbent amounts of blood in a lot of AEW matches, almost on a weekly basis. So, all right, with his accessories, he's doing beatdowns, bashing in skulls with the 2 fists, with the black tape. And, of course, like the Buddy Matthews and the Malakai Black one that I don't have, which I have to get so I can display them all together in their wrestling attire, another cool mask. Man, this is pretty cool. And it's got like the bandana around the neck, and you have the antlers, the skull. Oh my goodness. And you can see his eyes like kind of back in there, so I mean it has some depth to it. This is definitely one of the, oh my gosh, these, how can you go wrong with these? You can't. All right, Brody King. He's got a similar coat, jacket to Buddy Matthews. And there he is. This is probably one of the best Jazwares figures I've seen them make. Yeah, he's heavily tattooed. He's got to be the most heavily tattooed wrestler in wrestling, or close to it. So he's got the same articulation, double jointed, pinned arms and legs, bicep cut, you know, the thigh cut, boot cut, you know, all the good stuff. Ab crunch. Don't want to do too much of the ab crunch. I see them come off, but, you know, if I want to take this off a little bit, you can see Brody King. Oh, goodness gracious. He's not cooperating. I don't want to take this off right now, but there's his head. There's his hair. Look at that. There it is. That's all I wanted to see. Now we can put that hoodie back on. Oh, actually, you know what? And then you can see more of his tattoo work. That is so heavily detailed. That's so nice. Man, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. And there's the boots with a cool, like, white flame effect. Very nice. I'm here for this series. This is actually a sweet series. The only thing that would make it better is if my girl Abaddon shows up. But, man, this Brody King, I give him a 9.5 out of 10. That's about as high as you can almost go besides 10, of course. Duh. But 9.5, oh my goodness. Yeah, this video is getting very long, so bear with me if you can. Let's do some figure comparisons. Let's just bring in the two guys here. Well, we'll stand them all together if they choose to stand on their own. I did not bring any stands, but there they are right there. So, some other dark characters we have from MLW, Mads Kruger, who is